So Guilty Gear Strive has been out for quite some time now, and with it, the newest fighting game is being released by Arc System Works. If you guys wanted to form an opinion about actually getting the fighting game itself or getting into Guilty Gear series, this is a good way to start out. And I'm happy that you guys joined and watched my video for it so far. So without further ado, let's go into my thoughts and opinions about the game. So first start off the bat, Guilty Gear Strive is a very solid fighting game with crazy mechanics that is hard to understand at first, but when you get to the nitty gritty of it, it's very overly simplified into different type of mechanics to each character. Each character is very unique and do not play like each other. Finding a main to the game would be your play style, your opinion, and what you think about how you want to approach a fighting game. You have Soul Bad Guy. It's quick and easy to learn, and he has a standard fighting game mechanics, some fireball type techniques, some dragon punches, some dragon fists type of stuff with the uppercuts and everything. So Bad Guy is a staple into the series and one of the main characters into it. And I also have Kai Keys back into the game, where it's somewhat similar to Soul. You have different approaches of gameplay for his range mechanics, and also different type of lightning stuff and how he chips damage and stuff like that. As coming into the Guilty Gear series, you'll realize that the game was very helpful when it comes to tutorials, carrying over mechanics of other fighting games, so people like casuals, even newcomers and pros alike, can understand what this game was trying to accomplish. Over time in my course of playing it, I have realized some similarities but also differences compared to other series of Guilty Gears I played. Guilty Gear Xrd Sign was the first Guilty Gear fighting game I played. Actually, I played Guilty Gear 2 on Xbox 360 when it first came out. Well, a while when it first came out, and I loved that game. Didn't understand what the series was about at that time, but the characters of Soul, Kai, and even Sid were freaking awesome to play against and play with. And the introduction of that man in that game was crazy. We're not here to talk about 2, we're talking about Guilty Gear Strive here. So what this game is basically going for is a small cast of characters, not small, like 15 characters I would say, that each play uniquely different, and basically you go off after that. When it comes to actually other modes, you have the tutorial, the mission modes that go in depth into crouch combos, attack situations, matchup situations, and knowledge of how to fight each character. Although you won't be able to remember all that probably unless you play it's like rigorous hours into the game, but it's a great place to start off. And actually, I wish other fighting games had mechanics like that, where it went more into just not combos, but actually matchup knowledge and how each mechanic of the game is supposed to be played for the characters. What you do lack into this game is a whole combo sheet, like other games, where each character will have a specific combo list you can probably do and practice on. I've noticed that YouTube basically has a lot of people posting combo highlights and combo tutorials and that, so that's the best place I would say to probably go for it. And learning matchup knowledge through tournament and pro matches will help out greatly too. And also you can find out what your main, or basically determine what main character you want to play as in this game. You want to be a zoner, you want to be a straight up fast ninja type character and go wild and crazy with crossover mechanics and everything, you can go for that. The game was truly freely up to you how you want to play it. I like to highlight about the game that I like the most is the music so far. Music in Guilty Gear Strive is freaking awesome when it comes to the themes of the characters. My favorite themes so far is probably the smell of the game. That's basically the main theme of the game. Of course, the main theme is also cool with the background singing and everything. You have shit with the Eye of the Tiger type thing, and Potemkin with that Society song. Oh, that's Society song. So I don't think it's actually called that, but I just call that for myself. Music's really fun in the game. I will say offline options in the game is very limited. You have arcade mode, but it's not really that good to be honest. I expected a little bit more what they were going for. And even the story mode of Guilty Gear Strive is just a 4-hour long cutscene type movie, but it's a very well done cutscene type movie. I only watched half of it so far. It has put some scenes into the video that you can see. Hopefully not spoiling it too much, but it's very well done. Hopefully I'll be able to get through that sometime soon, because I really like the game so far, and The story of Guilty Gear is actually very interesting, and it also you can have a glossary of the past games as well. Past games of the Guilty Gear is told in like that GG mode, and you can go through that, learn the history of Guilty Gear itself, learn the over complicated type story it was, but not really once you get to the nitty gritty of it. You don't have to actually have played the other Guilty Gear games to go into this one. You can if you want to, but the characters kind of play the same, at least for the main cast that's in there, and even newcomers that are walking into the game, such as like Nagaruki. I think he's new. He's like the Black Samurai vampire type thing. He's really cool. Offline doesn't offer too much to offer, but you know, you're mainly there for the online. As for the online and online multiplayer, it's really solid rollback netcode. As I'm told from other people, I don't even know what that actually comes to mean, but I don't really get too much lag into the game, like hardly at all. The only problem I do have is finding matches. You know, I play on PS4, hopefully to get it on PC pretty soon, because I just want to play with the mods. The mods in this game look incredible. So far, hopefully I'll put some clips of it into the video. If not, you can go find them on YouTube yourself. I've seen some really cool ones, and when I say modding and everything, you'll find some cool costumes. I don't think you can see the mod if you're playing against the person, only if you can see them or something, but I don't know. Since you're playing on PS4, you do have some kind of connection issue sometime, and as soon as you start the game, you have to log into the server, now unless you're just playing online, which is that actually gets me there very quickly to play the game. So I like that. The online is solid though, man. When this game gets more characters and more stages and everything, it's going to be really solid online. And the community itself playing Guilty Gear, I hope it lasts a long time. Guilty Gear Rev 2 actually lasted a long time. I hope tournaments are still getting held, and I'm not sure if they're still playing tournaments now because of Strive, but be looking forward to Strive tournaments and seeing the high level gameplay from other professional players, and tune into my live streams too. Sometimes I'm trying to test out and find my main character itself. The main thoughts I want to finish off on when completing this review video is, if you guys wanted to get into a fighting game but haven't really experienced the genre itself, Guilty Gear Strive is one of the places that I would say is a good place to start. As it comes to the casual levels, learning the combo system with the tutorial system and the overall community guidance from the game, it really helps out. The characters and mechanics of the game may be a little overwhelming at first, but not really. It's basically just trying to match out button sequences, combos, and setups, especially with Roman cancels. They do add a little bit of difficulty in trying to time certain moves, but once you get used to it, such as the mechanics of burst, where it's kind of like a breakaway type of mechanic, or combo breaker, where if you were put into a situation, you can use it. You can't spam it though. I'll say you might get it twice during the match, but it depends on if like you're winning or positive situations. The tension gauge into the game is what makes the game, like mechanically wise, a little weird, because you have the options of stopping time or pausing time for a certain amount of seconds to pull off extra moves and stuff. And also this game includes the wall slash and stage transitions, that extra damage comes out if you break the wall, or not certain characters, but extra damage comes out if you just break the wall and do stuff like that. And also the the dust attack, where you're hitting someone in the air and getting combos like that. Every character can do something different with it. I haven't been able to test out too much because I'm afraid that I won't actually mess with the combo, but interesting to see. If you see Soul players use Dust Attack, just put the controller down. I will say that the damage output in the game is freakishly ridiculously high for certain characters, but it makes the matches go by quick. Like, people can do an 80% combo in less than 3 seconds, 5 seconds. I think it's freaking ridiculous, but it makes the matches go by quick. And leveling up your character, I don't really understand that type of mechanic to it, because I feel like if you're like a level 1 and paired up with like a level 80 type Kai or something, you're doing it. If you beat him, you don't gain too much level from it, but level doesn't really affect your overall ranking into the game. How the ranking is kind of set up into the game, you play through the towers, and each time you basically win a certain number of matches, you rank up into the towers. I managed to rank up to like 9 I believe they're still trying to go at it now. If you lose a certain amount of games, you actually rank down, which kind of sucks. But it keeps you going and trying to master your character and playstyle and match up knowledge into the game. So I really like that mechanic to it. I do like that you don't have like a number thing. Oh, your rank number. This. No. You know, keep the floor system. I really like they were going with it. The lobby system is kind of creative, where you kind of get your lobby character from the costumes of the characters. That's pretty cool. Similar to how Dragon Ball and that Blaze Blue had like a character lobby type thing. You just move around and try to accept matches from there. I really like it. But overall, the game is solid. Solid soundtrack. The mechanics and fighting into the game is really solid. Characters are really like. I haven't found a character that I dislike. I might hate fighting against it, but overall, I love the characters. Guilty Gear Strive is an amazing game so far. I hope the community keeps it alive. Hope everyone plays it, gets a chance to play it, and checks it out for themselves. And be looking out for more videos for Guilty Gear Strive on this channel. Hopefully, maybe some how-to videos, so definitely some just live stream matches and ranked matches into the game, and just overall just having fun with it. So until next time, guys, see you in my next video. It's Asaya signing out.